Hello, everyone. I'm Carolina Ledeen. I, like many others, was destined for DOK.fest Munich this week, in particular the Master's Pitch, which is a collaboration between DOK.fest Munich and Documentary Campus, a unique format originally curated and moderated by Peter Jäger. And it consists not only of project presentations, but also of keynotes from the decision makers around a carefully selected theme. But hey, things changed. Little did we know that this year's theme would in fact be Corona. So instead, we have asked the producers and the decision makers to give us their particular take on this unprecedented situation. Today, we have from Nairobi, Kenya, the director-producer team, Maia Lekow and Chris King from Circle and Squares Production. They are here at the festival in the digital space with their film, The Letter, which premiered at IDFA in 2019. And they're bringing their new project, How to Build a Library, about the rebuilding of Colonial Library in downtown Nairobi, a film that brings the problems of the past to meet the problems and the potential of the present. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having us.
And right off the bat, I'd just like to ask you, what was your Corona reality check, as it were?
I think for us, essentially was when, as you mentioned, we've got the letter, which is in Doc Munich, and we also then have how to build a library, which is during the pitch. And we were at One World in Prague when things started slowly disintegrating, or quite rapidly disintegrating.
And we're at the beginning of our kind of festival run of our first documentary project. So doing it all for the first time and spending 6 years making the letter. Extremely excited to now be starting our festival run and suddenly to see it all kind of
crash,
come to a halt.
You're in the middle of a new project. How has that been affected?
Yeah, I mean, from our characters' perspective, they obviously, everything is kind of closed down for them. The library in downtown Nairobi, that is our main focus, is also closed. And they're at home, but trying to figure out, essentially where they're going to get their next funding from, and how are they moving forward with all of their things. So for us, it's been a challenge not being able to keep filming and figure out how they're moving forward. But it's also that we have time to essentially edit a lot of the dailies and things that we didn't have time to do before, and spend time kind of really getting our teeth into the project. So I think that's been really positive.
Yeah, we are covering the moment they're in, and it's hopefully the rock bottom, because everything's in jeopardy for this amazing library project that has the ability to really kind of revolutionize how artists work with the local government and how the education system is being treated. So yeah, we're hoping that they can ride it out and that we'll come out the other end intact.
Any surprises?
Any surprises, I think, is our ability to adapt. I think it is quite amazing, being on a lot of webinars with a lot of different filmmakers, and just understanding kind of people's doom and reality at the same time is, how we now moving forward. And I feel like it's funny because we are still busier than ever with, Zoom calls, with trying to figure out a distribution plan, an alternative distribution plan for the letter, with still applying, for pitching forums, etc.
And I think it's been, amazingly positive seeing how, especially the documentary community is really, galvanized around reaching out to each other. A lot of our funders kind of reached out to us directly, and we've been a part of kind of fortnightly calls that are happening, checking in on everyone. And also being in Kenya, I guess we always felt we're a bit disconnected from the industry. It was always a challenge to get to festivals and to connect with potential funders or broadcasters or festivals. But I guess now we're just as isolated as everyone else is.
Yeah, we're just as far as everyone else is, or as close.
And so I guess for us, it's been a leveler in a way, and I guess we feel more connected with the industry than ever.
Thank you. So concerns to be addressed, but also opportunities to be had. Thank you for sharing. This is maybe the most important thing right now. If you ask me, this is the true sharing economy.
Totally.
Maya and Chris.
Thank you so much. And thanks so much for having us.